Julius, my namesake, is visually challenged. Do we include them? People with disabilities or any other inability, do we include them as we think of an inclusive tourism product, an inclusive planet? Because remember, it belongs to all of us. My namesake, do you feel we include you in this?
Yes, thank you very much. And it's a good question. And I normally tell people that persons with disabilities are part and parcel of the community. So we can't talk about sustainability without having to talk about inclusivity and accessible tourism. Persons with disabilities, we have varying numbers. 10%, WHO came up with another number, which is 15%. So it's rising and increasing in number. And when you talk about disabilities, it's not the kind of disability that you can only perceive, but we're also having invisible disabilities. Normally when I walk into a room, no one will tell that I have a visual disability until I stand up and I start walking out with my white cane and I shock them. So when we talk about sustainable tourism, we want to bring on board everyone because we move as a people, and you can't move by leaving others behind. And then at the end of the tunnel, you start making bridges to actually accommodate for this kind of community, because persons with disabilities, we have varying needs, and putting a ramp won't take care of that person who's deaf. It won't take care of that person who has autism or epilepsy. So we need to look at it from a wider spectrum and also understand the community at large, because when you think about disability, we are in a very dominant culture, and it's what has been passed down through generations that has fueled stigma in the society and made it look like persons with disabilities are a charity case. So when you're going to plant the trees, you actually leave behind people who are blind, people who have physical disability, because you feel like they won't contribute or they won't have a voice to actually make a change. But think of it as this way. Persons with disabilities have the same financial capabilities that you have. We are walking away from that mentality of thinking, oh, he's blind, we need to take care of him. How about I also take care of you? I can also take care of the environment the way you do. And when we talk about sustainability, I'll give you a good example, like the electric vehicles, having them in the game parks. They are for also sustainable reasons, but also they benefit persons with disabilities. Like that blind person will actually immerse more into the environment and get to understand the environment better by having a silent vehicle, without the internal combustion engines. They'll actually get to hear the animals, get to hear them, plow the grass from the ground, and get to hear them walk around. That is a sort of, I don't have to see for me to enjoy nature, I don't have to see for me to go to a very spectacular destination. For me being there, I also feel the ambience. I also feel the serenity of the place. Last weekend, we took 30 blind students to Giraffe Center and Museum for them to experience. And I'm talking from a point of us preserving what we have to a point that we can actually, and I like what Elizabeth has talked about, to the next generation, because we got them into this room where they could feel the fossils and actually get to interact with the animals. Just guess on that experience that a blind person is getting to interact with an animal for the first time. It actually makes you get out of yourself and get to think of the other person. And when we make tourism inclusive and accessible, it's not only for the benefit of persons with disabilities, but for us all, because you'll get to enjoy it more when you remove the barriers, when you eliminate those limitations that actually hinder persons with disabilities to enjoy and to be part of the tourism that you're talking about.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Julius. I think